So we're now standing in front of the Queen Victoria building, or better known to Sydney-siders as the QVB. We tend to like to shorten all these things to make our lives a bit easier. But I'll talk a bit more about the building when we go inside. I'll start by explaining the two sculptures which you can see out the front here. So up above you there, you can see a big sculpture of Queen Victoria, which makes sense given it's the Queen Victoria building. Except for the fact that she's only been here for about 23 years, whereas the building's been here for more than 100. She actually used to sit in front of the Irish Houses of Parliament in Dublin, but I guess they didn't want her anymore, so they shipped her out here. When she came though, she brought along her favourite dog, Islay. So Islay sits over there on a wishing well. Any money that goes in there goes to helping deaf and blind children. But he's done such a good job as a mascot for these people. He's actually been given the power of speech. So the voice is that of sort of a popular radio presenter here in Sydney, John Laws. But the thing we don't quite understand is that John Laws does the bark as well. Why they didn't just get a dog to do the bark, I'm not too sure, but we'll go over and have a quick listen.
The companion and friend of the great Queen Victoria. Because of the many good deeds I've done for deaf and blind children, I have been given the power of speech. If you cast a coin into the wishing well now, I will say, thank you. Thank you. Row, row.
So I'm not quite sure who always seems to put 10 cents in his mouth. The number of times I find it there, but anyway. Okay, so as you can guess, we're now inside the Queen Victoria building. And as I mentioned earlier, we were originally on the edge of the township of Sydney. So this area was originally the site of the markets for the city. But in 1898, they decided they wanted to give sort of a more formalised function to these markets. So they built this Romanesque style building, which we can see around us here. The problem though was that the design really didn't work very well as markets. So right throughout its history, the building had a number of different functions. In one instance, it was proposed to be completely demolished and replaced by car parking. Thankfully though, that didn't happen. And in 1986, a Malaysian-based company actually took control of the building and has really restored it to what we can see these days. But there are a few interesting things around